go get him again.
Welcome back to the Robezoid channel. I'm your host Mark, and on the docket today we have an unboxing and pretty big box here. Unboxing and first impression of the brand of Spirit of Dubai. This is not the first time that we are unboxing from this brand. It is a returned product from fragflex.com, and this one's called Durra. Yeah, this brand, myself in this brand doesn't really have a positive, well, I only unboxed one, honestly, so this will be two. But the first one that I unboxed was one that was, I had some lovers, and then the comments in my, they were pretty clean in that video, but there was some that were saying, you know what, you should give this one a try again. And honestly, the brand seems kind of gimmicky to me. It seems like there's not really a big line between this and the clone houses, Middle Eastern. Personally, I felt like, first of all, their note breakdown is gimmicky as F. When you start putting, you know, over 40 notes in the note breakdown, what are you doing? It felt kind of soupy as a fragrance. Like, yeah, it's complex, but it really didn't have any. Like a real master perfumer might as well spend some money on that. I feel like the person that's doing the mixing is just mixing everything in a big bowl. And that doesn't make a perfume. The perfume needs to talk to you. You know, you can do all the fancy boxes as you want, fancy bottles, and I'm sure the bottle's super fancy inside of this. Looking forward to that. And then we'll take a look at the note breakdown. That should be fun. But at the end of the day, you know, it needs to speak to you. Yeah, you can have a bunch of flexers that are going to buy it anyway, just because they can say I got like $1,000 bottle. Okay. You know, I got a couple of those in my collection. Honestly, I kind of regret those, but that was early 20-year-old Mark. I made those mistakes. I spent, you know, over $1,000 on a few bottles back in the day, but now I've learned my lesson, right? Spending your money, you know, it's my hobby, and thankfully my job allows me to pay for those kind of things, but at the same time, I'm much smarter with my money now. So for a real fragrance reviewer reviewing these fragrances, it's a rare breed. So if you haven't subscribed yet and you're stumbling upon me, you should subscribe. I will tell you, $1,000 fragrance or not, it's garbage. I will tell you. I don't care. I'm not a paid product. I'm not an influencer. I'm not a marketer. Subscribe. Smash the like button so you put a little smile on my face. I love seeing that it hits like triple digits in likes. It's nice to see 100 likes or more on videos. You know, I'm not e-begging for them, but kind of are. Much appreciated. And to my returnees, you know what's going to happen here, right? You know, I already know what I think about this brand. We're going to see if they're going to change my mind with this one. It seems like it's one of their higher priced ones. But you know me, I'll be fair. So let's take a look at the note breakdown. Let's not, because the whole note breakdown is going to take my whole screen. This is the only brand that I can't put the note breakdown beside me. You can see my face and the note breakdown's right beside it. Look at this. I feel like swearing right now and saying, what are you guys doing? Like, what is this? What's the point of this? You know, back in the day, Roger Dove made it kind of super popular. You know, put as many notes as you can, but not now. Not now. So let's look at pricing, and then we're going to delve into this. So this one retails for $895 USD. $900 basically. Let's round it up. On Fragflex, they have it. That's obviously where I got this. $557. Even at that price, holy moly. No. I can tell you already, like the first one I smelt from this brand, there's no way, unless they dramatically changed the way that they blend things. This seems like the same story. Soupy fragrance, lots of notes. Big, extravagant like this. Okay, yeah, this is nice, right? An actual nice box. Okay, what am I going to do with this box after this, right? Like, this is landfill, right? So what am I on? I'm going to keep it in this box so I can show people my $900 fragrance. I don't know. Well, Okay. So there's booklets and stuff. I'm not going to go through it. It's got this little pearl inside of it. Yeah, this is the bottles that I've seen, the expensive bottles from this brand. So I'm going to put you off to the side so people can see my mug. Okay, so yeah, extravagant bottle. But at the same time, guys, like I'm just looking at this, okay? And I've been doing a lot of, well, I've been doing a lot of decanting for Fragflex. Now, they asked me, obviously, a lot of their stuff is Middle Eastern clone houses. I don't do videos on those. I absolutely refuse to. You're not going to see Armaf. There's been way too much Armaf and Latafa coming into my house, but it comes in as quick. It comes right back out. I do not do videos on them. I decant them for the website, and I send them right back to them. I go, no, none of that. So yeah, Fragflex pays me for the decanting. They don't pay me for the videos. I get to choose which ones I want to do videos on. So this is Spirit of Dubai. Honestly, these bottles, extravagant box and everything, some of these Latafas and stuff like that come with this kind of stuff. Like, this is not selling me. Like, this is not $900 worth. Like, this cat. Okay. I don't know. Personally, I don't know. So let's smell this thing. Let's see what this one's all about. Pretty good atomizer. I'm not going to poo-poo the whole thing. All right. And we'll put it on skin, of course. The best way of testing a ultra complex, super expensive fragrance is always on skin. Not bad. Still kind of soupy though. Oh yeah. It's complex. There's dark tones, and then it's not bad. It has aquatic tones too, so it's kind of like a mishmash. And again, the notes. There's so many notes. I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna tell you what I get. It's aquatic. It's spicy. It's woody. It's ambery, warm, but it also has aquatic tinges to it. There's an ozonic, salty quality to it. You get a little bit of pepper, so you get a little bit of spice here. Good amount of oud. There's oud in here. The oud has a little bit of funk to it, which is quite nice. I like that. Let's. It kind of reminds me, and this might be the actual thought process of this. It kind of reminds me of being in like Middle Eastern, sandy area. That's all the darker notes, and you're basically, well, in Dubai, but you're near the ocean, so you can smell the oudi, the darkness and the spices and all that from afar, but there's like an aquatic tinge. There's a little bit of cedar. There's an ambery tone in here. There's definitely some funk. It's complex, even though I kind of said that there's a story, but it's still, it's really soupy. And what do I mean by that is that there's not, there's something in these fragrances that it just feels like it's missing something. And I feel it as far as the composition goes. Like there's missing a master nose behind these compositions. You can go complex, but if the whole thing is flat, there's no, and what do I mean by this? There's no volumes. Like my best example of this is Jubilation 25, which was penned by Bertrand de Chafour. It is ultra complex. It's Middle Eastern, right? Much cheaper than this. However, it tells a story. And a lot of the amouages do, like the early ones, there's volumes to the stuff. There's a proper way of meshing things together to give you a story. Here it feels kind of maybe rushed, maybe not the greatest creative direction. I don't know. It's complex, and I guess I did say a story. Like you're kind of on a boat because there is some aquatic tinges, so there's some freshness versus some darker notes. But it feels like the aquatic tinge gets turned on and then it gets turned off and then comes back, which can be a neat trick. But it really smells like the last one that I smelled from them. I prefer this one. This one's better than it. Not $900 USD better. It feels like it's like the niche end of a clone house. And I'm trying not to disrespect this brand, but I'm pretty disrespectful, I'll be honest. The darkness is always there, but the aquatic tinge is not, so it comes in and out. And sometimes sometimes less is more. You can do a beautiful complex set, but it has to have some sort of, I like to say, like airy bubbles into it. Let the notes breathe a little bit. This is so soupy. And I wish I could like describe. I'm sure that is lost in translation with a lot of people here. If it's not, please comment below and say, Mark, I'm with you with the soupiness. You know what I'm talking about. It's very soupy. Yeah. This seems like everything was mixed in a pot. And even though the notes are top tier, some of them may be. I might be completely wrong. I feel like there is some quality in this perfume. I feel like the thing that's missing is the nose. And again, I could be wrong. It could be freaking Jean-Claude Ellena that composed this. I don't know. There's no nose attached to it. But it's either the creative direction or the nose. Something is not working out, and that's the second one that it feels very soupy. No volumes, no gaps, no. I don't know. So, in a nutshell, this is an aquatic oud, an oud with aquatic tinge to it. In a nutshell, that's basically what this is. Not $8.95 good, not even close, not even sniffing $8.95. What is it on Fragflex? $5.57, not even close, right? Sponsored video or not, don't care. $5.57 is still robbery. Now that is a really good price on an $8.95 USD bottle. Honestly, they're taking a lot off that price, probably for good reason. But I don't know how this came to me from Fragflex. Obviously, it was a returned product, but it's quite full. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't know why they just didn't relist this product, honestly, Fragflex. I don't know. They want me to decant it. Maybe they'll sell some of the decants. I'm hoping they're not giving away these samples. If they are, nobody's going to be buying this bottle. Honestly, they're going to buy like a Paris Hilton bottle and get a free decant of Durra here, and they'll be like, oh, this is okay. Watch. But in a nutshell, it's an oud with aquatic tinges. There is some spicy tinges, some woody pieces. There's some ambery tones. Obviously, it was ozonic, salty notes as well. But yeah, if I gave it a price point, I don't like the composition personally. So if you're asking me, would I buy this at any price point? I wouldn't. And it's because of the soupy factor. And I know that I'm not really describing it that well, but I think some people will get what I'm talking about. It just feels really poorly done. But as far as worth goes, it'll never hit that price point. Like I'm thinking like $100 for this. Like the oud had some interesting funk to it, but I lost it already. It's gone. So that interesting part is gone. It doesn't remind me. It's not as bad as what was that brand? Royal Crown. It's not as bad as that. But like if a Middle Eastern clone house made this, not in a fancy bottle, and just I smelt this, I would say, yeah, that's legit like a $60, not a clone, but like a Middle Eastern fragrance. That's what this smells like. The oud had quality to it though, but she's soupy. Okay, now that you heard my take, I'd love to see yours in the comments below. And there's going to be like one or two people that are going to click on this that own the bottle, because there's probably hardly any reviews, if any at all. I might be the first one reviewing this. Uh-oh. It is what it is. Yeah, you can disagree with me. 100%. I am not an influencer. I'm not going to delete your comment once you're gone. That happens, by the way, a lot. I wouldn't do that. However, don't take shots at me, like my nose is broken, stuff like that. We're not going to go head to head and you're going to tell me how many bottles you own or how many years of experience you have. And no, don't do that. And just say why you like it. All is fair, right? Yeah, I'd love to see those comments. Anybody that smelt this, please let me know. Good, bad, and the ugly. I still got an open mind, right? Spirit Dubai. I'm not closing the door on it. However, like the two fragrances that I've smelt, and again, those are free 99 to me. I'm decanting them. I'm not keeping them. I didn't buy these, and that's why my reviews are kind of golden, because I don't care. I'll say what I have to say. This does not inspire me of going, okay, because I've seen these bottles. I've had like a little bit of an inclination. I was like, oh, these are super pricey. I should really, it'd be fun for the channel to get maybe like some decants or something. I'll never spend full retail unless I really, really like the scent. But now, after this experience with these two bottles, this brand is pretty much dead to me. The only way I'm going to smell this, unless you really give me a really good recommendation that I'm getting from several people, I'll be like, okay, maybe I should get a decant and try that one fragrance out. But other than that, any Spirit Dubai stuff that's going to come through my channel is going to be through Fragflex, free 99. Unless I get a sample that's free when I buy a bunch of stuff, it's not happening. I don't have any interest of getting these fancy little bottles on my shelf. None at all. But I can't wait to see the comments. Good, bad, and the ugly. And as always, a greater pour fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your scent, and especially your ultra niche scent, wisely. Be smart, man. Some of these brands, honestly, I don't know. Royal Crown, this, among others. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.